Something smart.
Something dumb.
And everything else.
See, that worked out.
Don't touch me.
Yay!
Alright, welcome. Hi, hey, hello. This is Something Smart, Something Dumb, and everything else for Doctor Strange. I've got the Spider-Man. He's got the Iron Man. Do you want to talk about our non-sponsored drink?
What I'm drinking today is a wonderful pecan whiskey.
I can smell it. It smells great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It smells good.
I've got tap water, so we're good to go. Let's start things off with our introduction of the film, Doctor Strange. You've seen it.
It's a doctor.
That's right. So
Mythical
yeah,
in nature.
that's right.
That's all.
And that's all you got to say.
Or
So,
you've seen it and you don't care
yeah,
about this.
You don't care about anything. Either way, I'm grateful you're here.
I'm not.
Alright, so let's start things off with something smart. I thought the cast was pretty good. I was pretty happy with everyone's performances. Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange.
I like his accent, but I'm just used to seeing him more in BBC English
Yeah.
mode.
His home.
His home.
His
exactly.
native land.
Exactly.
Mhm.
He really brought out the dickishness of his character.
Yeah.
That I was pleasantly surprised.
He went
by.
real Tony Stark with it, so.
exactly.
Yeah. Chitwell Ejiofor. Sorry about that, dude. As Mordo. He was like the buddy. He's like, yeah, this is the best place ever. And then at the end, he's like, this is the worst. I gotta quit. And then post credits happened, and he's like, nah, I'm gonna kill all of you.
So we're saying. good
I
things
like
about
the
him?
cat. Yeah, the smarts about him. I liked his performance of the character.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think his character performance was good. I thought that the story for him was a bit lacking.
Next, we've got Rachel McAdams as Christine Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually surprised that Rachel McAdams was in the movie. I love her. I think she's great in pretty much everything she's in.
What was the last thing she was in that you loved? Go.
About Time. Yeah, it's like 3 years ago, though.
Check.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I thought she played it well. Her character's not in the story too much. Still an important character.
Well, just to remind us that Doctor Strange is a man who has man desires. He wants to plow.
Yeah.
And that's why she's there. Is to remind us that it's like he likes things you like. You know, he likes his fingers more.
Next, we got Mads Mikkelsen as Casey Elias.
Love him.
Cialis. Love him. He's great.
He's a great drug.
Something we'll come
Cialis.
back to in the Something Dumb part, how they
Don't-
underutilized him.
Don't ruin it.
But
We're
I'm
gonna
just,
get there.
alright, spoiler alert then. And then last but not least, Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One.
Highly underutilized. Knew
Unbelievable.
that
She was
going in.
definitely my favorite part of the film. Not enough of her.
Didn't know how I felt about the bald her though.
You didn't like the bald? The
I don't know.
scarring on her forehead is what concerned me.
There was scarring on her forehead?
Yeah, it was like in shapes. I'm sure it was for the
Oh,
film, but
in
I
the
think they
back?
actually cut her, yeah.
Oh, they sliced and diced.
That's what I think.
Cut her up.
Next thing I want to talk about is the car crash itself. I really like the simplicity of that it was texting and driving, that's what caused the
I
car
feel like
crash.
you took that right out of my mouth.
Well, I mean, it's a collaborative effort.
Sure.
Well, then do you want to talk about it?
Like I said previously, it happened very quickly. It wasn't a grand thing. It was just simply, you know, he's texting, he's driving. It happens in a split second, as a real car accident would.
Next is how big the fall was. That was a long fall. It was like hot rod level falls.
Oh,
for that
still the
car.
car crash.
Still the car crash.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was tumbling.
Tumbling hard.
Yeah.
Probably would have died in real life.
I liked how his hands went into the dash.
That was my next
Wow.
point. Was I like how that's because that's the whole thing about Doctor Strange was that he hurts his hands. I liked how it was because it just went straight
Straight in,
forward
yeah.
into the car.
You know, this wouldn't have been a problem if he just had a Tesla.
Tesla.
It would have been driving itself. You know?
So he's rich, but he ain't that rich.
Yeah, the visual.
The visuals. Yeah, I thought that director Scott Derrickson did a great job with
What did he do previously?
Hellraiser Inferno, The Exorcism of Emily Rose, The Day the Earth Stood Still remake, Sinister, Deliver Us from Evil, and now Doctor Strange. Scott Derrickson, the director, said that he was really inspired by Steve Ditko's work in the Doctor Strange comics, and he used his drawings to inspire the multiverse and the other dimensions in the film.
That's a lot of
And
fun.
it looked phenomenal. It really did.
Well, and to what I was saying before, the guy who originally was going to be doing Dune, they made a documentary about him. Jorn Aronofsky?
I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Jorn Boren?
Jorn Bourne.
Jorn Boren from
Yeah.
the Lauren Corn Boren Shorn.
Good lord.
It's a paper factory. They just make paper planes. It's closed down. It's not doing well.
It's a fun fact.
But he, I think, really inspired a lot of those initial sort of visuals in a lot of his plans. Just sort of watching what he had in mind. And I feel like you get a lot of that through a different sci-fi. A lot of things I did not expect to see in a mainstream Hollywood movie.
Yeah,
Just in terms of visuals. I mean, of all the places to put it makes sense to put it here. But it was like an LSD trip.
Yeah.
It's like an art film, but it was in a mainstream movie, which is pretty interesting.
And it also just slightly reminded me of Ant-Man. Spoiler alert for Ant-Man. Ant-Man shrinks himself into I can't remember. Anyway, he makes himself super small and he keeps getting smaller and smaller. That
he maxes out time or something.
Something stupid like that.
He goes past time, and then he ends up in the movie Gravity, where love brings him back.
That's Interstellar.
You're right. But isn't there something in Gravity where there's also love?
I don't think so. I think it's like she just wants to be like...
No, you're right. She just dies. I forgot.
That's not it either.
No. Have you actually... This is the thing. If you look at how the movie ends, she died. Like, fully she died.
No.
Yeah, when you go through all the different phases, somebody looked at it, and they broke down...
Is it like a fan theory type of thing?
Yeah, but it's the filmmaker behind it is usually metaphorical.
Yeah,
so if you look at it, it makes sense.
Well, it's a story of rebirth.
But that's what I'm saying, is that if you look at this, let me just take a second here.
Tell me then.
If you take a second and look at it, it's because she goes through all the different stages of if someone is dying of asphyxiation. So then part of it at the end, when she has that moment of like she's drowning, when she hits the earth and she's in water, that's the last thing you would feel before you ran out of oxygen. And then when she actually comes up and it's like, oh, I'm okay again, it's because she died. That's it. She's done.
Huh. Yeah.
It is visited by people from the past, which is something that happens when your brain doesn't have enough oxygen.
Yeah. Fair enough.
She died in that movie.
Fair enough. Moving on.
Sandra Bullock does pop in for a small cameo in Doctor Strange as well. She plays all the gravity in the film.
Wow.
Just she's what's bringing it down.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
That is pretty interesting.
Fun fact of the day.
Something dumb were the action sequences. I know this was more of a me thing, but I was really disappointed that I would say around 80% of each action scene was Doctor Strange running away. I wasn't a fan of that.
In reality, though, he isn't the Doctor Strange that we know and love yet. He is just Doctor Strange in training.
Yeah.
So, to put him up against a master, he shouldn't be able to win.
Yeah.
So the fact of the matter is that he should be running away.
Was him running away, which I was fine throughout the whole movie, and then it got to the climax scene where he started reversing time, and all the buildings were fixing themselves as they were fighting. I'm like, this is dope. This is exactly what I needed. And then all of a sudden it stopped so he could fly away, talk to the monster. And it was just something where I was like, I wish I could see more Mordo or Wong fight the bad guy to still get action, but they stopped it just so we could see Doctor Strange willing to sacrifice himself, which, I mean, that's the emotional climax. This was more of a personal thing, but I thought it was dumb. We got the unutilized cast, or the underutilized cast. A lot of crunching. It's good ice.
I love good
ice. It's good ice. So the two I really wanted to talk about for the underutilized cast was the villain and the Ancient One. So let's start with the villain.
Good lord.
Yeah.
It's true. What's he doing half the time? Standing around talking about what he wants to do?
Talking about how, listen.
It doesn't matter.
We go here and we live forever. So let's just go or I'm gonna kill you.
Probably wrong though.
Yeah.
Probably not gonna live forever.
Probably not. That was the thing. Like, I mean,
reminds me of that moment where he makes the joke about that you really should have taken all the pages instead of just two because they put the warnings after the spell.
And it was such like there were so many words to that joke too, you know? Because at least from Harry Potter, when like Dolores Umbridge is taken away, he goes, or she's like, "Tell them I mean them no harm," and he's like, I must not lie. You know, he doesn't stutter through it like I do. He just says it. Or Doctor Strange said like a paragraph to just say his final line, which kills Wong. It slays him. God damn. Just falls into the Marvel thing where they have awful villains, other than Loki, and I think that's it. Well, Jeff Bridges in Iron Man 1 was pretty good.
Don't even.
No?
It was awful.
Well, I mean, better than... Name another villain better than him other than Loki.
Mickey Rourke. in real life.
In real life?
He's a better villain.
Alright.
Hands down.
Well, I can't argue that.
Have you seen him?
It's true.
He's
I'm
been
thinking
walking
about
around as a zombie for years now. Just put him down.
Next up, Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One. Like I said earlier, I just wanted more of her.
Yeah.
I didn't want her to die in this movie.
Yeah. But it's
the origin story.
If she's the current Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
Guess what? There's a new Steven in town.
Exactly, yeah. Great.
Steven!
Next up, I want to talk about the score for the movie. Not memorable at all.
No.
Not at all. It's by the guy...
There was music in this
I
film?
know, right? It was composed by Michael Giacchino. He did the 3 Star Trek movies and a bunch of Pixar movies.
Wow, especially coming from Pixar?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he won the Oscar for Up.
He won the Oscar.
There was only one that year. The only moments I really listened to the score in Doctor Strange, I was like, this sounds like Star Trek. And my last part that I have for something dumb is that Benedict Cumberbatch cannot grow good facial hair. It looked awful.
I thought it was great.
I mean...
It was exactly what it needed to be.
It's exactly the way it's supposed to look.
Yeah. How do you know he even grew it? Maybe they just...
Yeah, maybe.
glued it
I
on.
assume he grew it. It just looked awful. I thought he just can't grow good facial hair. Like, because it's the same thing that Tony Stark has.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. kills it. I guess that's another personal opinion of mine. Alright, now we're into
Garbage human being.
everything else. So first thing we want to talk about, post-credit scenes. So let's talk about the first one, so the mid-credit scene. Thor's looking for Odin, so Doctor Strange offers to help him.
That's gonna make that movie interesting. Because
Yeah.
the Thor franchise has been a steaming piece of
It's awful.
that I don't want anything to do with.
Yeah.
And for once now they've injected it with a little bit of something special.
The director, and I can't remember the guy's name, but he directed What We Do in the Shadows and the new movie The Hunt for Wilder People that came out this year. So he's an indie filmmaker, comedy filmmaker.
Easy to break.
Easy to break in.
The studios can just say,
Yeah.
listen, this isn't how movies are done. We're gonna tell you what to do and you're gonna do it. You're an indie filmmaker. Do you want to make another movie?
Just listen to our
Just
words.
do what
Yeah.
we want.
He described the film as a cosmic road trip between Thor and Hulk. That got me excited. It's supposed to incorporate a lot of Planet Hulk into the storyline.
That's interesting.
Which is super exciting, and now knowing Doctor Strange is involved for at least a little bit makes me super excited for the film to possibly be great.
Be great.
Be great.
Be great.
Thanks. The second post-credit scene, the Mordo set up to be the new villain.
I don't care.
Awful. Like,
It's
I know
worse.
that's the character from the comics,
It's
but
like, hey, do you want to see this movie again? It's the worst uninspired idea. I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah.
I think that they should just kill him off in between movies.
it's the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And the main thing I want to talk about are the Infinity Stones. Much
How many
better.
of them are there? Is there an infinite number?
You would think, but there's not.
That's stupid.
That is stupid. Alright, you want to count these out for me?
Sure.
We got our Space Gem.
1!
Which was the Tesseract. We got our Reality Gem. The red cloud mist from Thor 2.
Hold on. So it's not a stone, it's just red mist?
Well, it's like, I don't know, like they're supposed to be stones, but sometimes they take forms of others. Like that's why the Tesseract was a cube.
Well, I get the cube bit. I don't even remember red mist. Oh, from Kick-Ass 2.
Then we got the Power Gem, which was the orb from Guardians of the Galaxy. Then there was the Mind Gem, so that was Loki's scepter, which is now in the face of Vision.
So I guess Vision dies.
That's the thing, like I feel
For
like he's
sure.
gonna have to die.
Yeah.
Which is, I feel like they won't kill him off
They'll
because
find a way
they just
to
introduced
transfer
him.
It's just
They'll
funny.
take it off and he's like, oh, I guess I can live.
It's amazing to me that he's been a voice actor
Mm-hmm.
for all of these, and then all of a sudden they're like, you know what? We want you to actually be in it.
Yeah.
We want you to be in it. And
Yeah.
he's like, so how does that affect my hours? Well, you're gonna need to come to set a lot more.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can we just do the voice thing? I like
Yeah.
the money and I don't like showing up to set.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Ready for 5?
No.
It was the Time Gem, so that was what we just saw in Doctor Strange, the
Strange.
Eye of Agamotto.
This many.
So now there's one more that we have yet to see, so that's a total of 6.
Oh, middle.
Yeah, it's the middle one, the back of the palm, and it's the Soul
prefer
Gem.
that.
The Soul Gem.
So we're gonna see that in.
Well, this is what I wanted to talk now, is where do we think it's going to pop up? So I've written the next Marvel movies in order
Right.
until Infinity War.
Fire it at me.
Guardians 2, which comes out in May.
No.
James Gunn has
This is
confirmed
confirmed.
no
It won't
Infinity
be there.
Stones. July of 2017, we get Spider-Man. No. November of 2017, Thor 3.
That's a maybe.
That's a maybe.
That's a maybe.
Cosmic Road Trip. It's
and
a good.
we also have Stephen Strange.
Stephen Strange,
he's very
yeah.
mythical, like a unicorn.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, last time we saw Thor was in Avengers 2, the Bad Avengers movie. He found out about how all
Was that
the.
the subtitle of the film?
I think so.
Avengers 2, the Bad Avengers movie?
Yeah.
Huh.
It ended with Thor being like, listen, someone's hunting down Infinity Stones. I gotta go check it out. February of 2018, we get the Black Panther movie. I don't think it would be
Probably
in there.
not.
We get Avengers Infinity War.
Well, then it could just be an Infinity.
So that's what my top two choices is going to be either Thor 3 or Infinity War itself.
Sure.
Because it's the soul gem, I would assume it could steal people's souls. Yeah, I hope it's to use it to steal Hulk's soul, or
Oh.
Bruce Banner, and then they have to just fight Hulk.
So then Stephen Strange can do the world doesn't exist.
Just a bunch of snaps.
Just snap. Well, they're very intricate
What if he
moves.
Snapchatted Hulk?
He Snapchats him.
Snapchats him. Anything else to add? Alright, well then. Well, with our official rating of Doctor Strange,
We give it this GIF.
great. And
What's that out of?
thanks for tuning in for the Something Smart, Something Dumb, and everything else about Doctor Strange. Tune in next time for another review. You can click on my face for more videos that we've got on our YouTube channel, and you can click his face to subscribe to stutter when you're talking about things.
That's a bad subscription.